what Mommy doing?
I'm on Facebook. That's what Mommy does. I'm going to be a PR person and answer comments.
All right, it looks like it's loading, and we are live right now in our Facebook group, We Bleed Green and Gold, with the amazing, the wonderful little Nett. How are you, my dear?
I'm awesome.
You're awesome. Do you see what I'm doing right now?
Yes.
Me and little Nett, everybody in Packer World, were talking just a few minutes ago, and little Nett taught me this little thing right here, and she does that when she's nervous. And so right now, I'm a little bit nervous going live with her, so I think I would do it. How are you, my dear?
I'm awesome.
You are awesome. I'm glad that you know that. And we got a beautiful lady sitting next to you there. Who do you got sitting next to you?
Mommy.
Mommy?
Yes.
Hi.
And what is Mommy's name, so everybody knows Mommy's name?
This way.
Desiree. That's right.
Okay.
And Mommy's here to help you tonight if we need help.
Mm-hmm.
Good. And I hear that you're very excited to go live in our group tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I told you that, oh, and just real quick, I got to tell you, your grandma's watching right now, and she says to tell you hi.
Say
You
hi.
want to say hi to your grandma real quick?
Say hi, Grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
All right. Well, I told you I had 2 questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to ask you the questions because we're in a Green Bay Packer group, and you love your Green Bay Packers. You got your jersey on, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
What number is it?
It's number 1.
Number 1. All right. Now, I told you 2 questions, but I'm going to throw in a 3rd question for you right away to stump you a little bit, and I haven't even told you. And I'm going to start with this question first.
Okay.
What is your real name? Everybody knows you as Little Nett, but what is your real name? I know what it is, but how did you get the nickname Little Nett?
What's your real name?
My name is Jeanette, and how I got the name Little Nett is because I have an aunt that's called Jeanette, so my name is Little Nett because I'm little.
Oh. Are you cuter than her?
Yeah.
All right. Now, let's get to the Packer questions. Are you nervous?
Okay.
All right. Here's number 1. Who is your favorite Packer of all time? It's okay if you have 2 of them or if one of them.
They don't have to be a current Packer, but of all time.
Let's see.
Who's your boyfriend?
Clay Matthews.
Did you say Clay Mattress or Clay Matthews?
Clay Matthews.
Oh, okay. Clay Matthews. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to talk about Clay Matthews in just a little bit if you're okay with that.
I'm A-okay.
A-okay. I love it. Okay. Now, the number 2 question, it's the 3rd, but number 2 would be, how did you become a Green Bay Packer fan?
I don't know.
From your mommy?
Mommy, I guess.
So you were just kind of born into it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's pretty special to be a Green Bay Packer fan, isn't it?
Yep.
See, you got me nervous again. Well, I have some news for you, and I don't know if you know it or not, but let's talk about Clay Matthews for a minute.
Yay.
Did you know? And Rena my wife helped me with this, but did you know that today is Clay Matthews' birthday?
Yeah.
You did know that? Being his #1 fan, I bet you did, didn't you? Well, Clay Matthews, let's see how good you are if you know some of these things. What else do you know about Clay Matthews?
He's 34 years old.
Yes, very good.
And let's see, he lives in California, Los Angeles.
Very good.
And what else? What else?
What team did he just play for?
He plays for the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see what else.
I don't know. I'm not the Clay Matthews fanatic.
Did you know that Clay Matthews went to my all-time favorite college, USC?
Wow.
Clay Matthews went to USC and he played under a coach that now is the coach of the Seattle Seahawks. His name is Pete Carroll. And in our house, we call him Clay Mattress. It's just a joke. Clay also, he has 3 kids. He's married, and he's our all-time sack leader right now.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Do you have any other favorite Packer players besides Clay Mattress? Or, sorry, Clay Matthews. Sorry, I apologize. You got me nervous.
It's, what's his name?
What's his name? What does he do?
He kicks the ball.
He kicks the ball. What's his name?
Oh, you mean Chris Jackie.
Not that one.
Crosby?
Yeah.
Mason Crosby?
Mason Crosby. Mason Crosby. I knew that. I was just giving you a hard time.
Who's the other one? Yeah, one more.
David Bakhtiari.
David Bakhtiari.
You mean the guy with the long hair? So you like guys with long hair. Clay Matthews and David. You like those long hair guys. Okay. All right. Well, little Nett, little Nett, I'm so glad you're with me tonight, that we could have a little fun, we could talk a little football, and people could get to know you a little bit better, because I think you're pretty incredible. I got to meet you in Green Bay when you got to go meet my favorite player of all time, Brett Favre. With mommy and grandma.
No, grandma was there. Yeah.
So, little Nett, I want to know from you, rumor has it that you are 8.5, not just 8, but 8.5 years old.
Is that true?
What?
Is that true?
Yep, it's true.
It's true. You're 8.5 years old.
That's
So
normal.
pretty soon you'll be going to college, and then shortly after that, finding a man and getting married and moving out of the house. Real soon.
No, I'm staying in this house, not getting married.
Oh, well, Clay Matthews, he just has to wait a while then, right?
Okay.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. I have a list. Maybe I'll go over some of the list and you could go over some of the list. But tell me, if you can, some of the favorite things that you like to do.
And so my favorite thing is to run around and be crazy, play video games, and what else? Bite mommy and talk to you.
Oh, there you go. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say it. and it was supposed to be our secret, but you have another friend in our group by the name of Doug, but you might think that I might be a little bit cooler than Doug. Is that right?
Yeah.
We won't tell him. He's not watched anyway, so we won't tell him. But I have some of your favorite things, and tell me if I'm wrong. You just mentioned video games. Is one of your favorite video games to play ever is Minecraft?
Mhm.
Do you? My kids love Minecraft. They go crazy for it.
Mhm. Yeah, building. I love having pets in Minecraft. You know.
You also are a big, huge Green Bay Packers fan. We've already talked about that.
Mhm.
But you love your grandmother dearly.
Mhm.
How much do you love your grandma?
100%.
And does your grandma have a favorite Packer player?
I don't know. What's wait? Is it
Who's Grandma's favorite Packer player?
Clay?
Clay.
Clay. What about Mom? What's Mom's favorite Packer player?
What I think?
Brett Favre.
That's right. That's right.
I'm the only sane one in the group.
There you go. There you go. And you love your fruits and vegetables,
Mhm.
and you love Starbucks. Tell me about that. You love your Starbucks?
And speaking of Starbucks, I had Starbucks today.
Did you? What is your favorite drink from Starbucks?
It's decaf caramel frappuccino, I think.
Decaf caramel frappuccino, yeah.
Mhm.
Decaf caramel frappuccino. I've never had Starbucks. Never. Is that strange? Maybe next time I come to Wisconsin, maybe we could go get a Starbucks together. All
You
right.
could try it.
But I put a link on this thread in our group that another favorite thing that you like to do is you have your very own YouTube channel,
Mhm.
right? And so you want everybody to go and subscribe to your YouTube channel.
Yes.
What kind of things do you do on YouTube?
Like mostly like toys and talk about fun stuff and like make slime sometimes.
Do you read books on there?
Yep.
What was that really cool video you did a couple weeks ago?
Which one? Diet Coke.
Yeah.
I did Diet Coke and Mentos.
Very cool. Now, I have to show everybody out there in Packerland this sweet.
Hi.
Who made this for me?
Me.
You did. And tell people about it. It's a great big hug that you sent me when I was not feeling well myself, right?
Mhm.
Do you know I'm going to keep this forever?
Mhm.
And I love it.
Mhm.
Thank you. I think it's awesome. Now, little Nett, can we talk about you in regards to you shared some news with me today that you had to go to the doctor?
Mhm.
Yeah. Did that make you nervous at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're a warrior, right? And you went through it with no problems.
Mhm.
I want to you went like that the whole time? Okay. I want to share with everybody some of the things that you've gone through so that because I look at you as an inspiration. I look at you as a motivator.
What does that mean?
What it means is that you will inspire people to be a better person like yourself because you've had so many obstacles in front of you that you just overcome them with ease, don't you?
You beat everything.
Yeah.
Beat everything.
You.
You have, and tell me if I'm wrong, Mom, at any point, but you have, is it known syndrome?
Noonons.
Unon syndrome. Okay. Tell us, Mom, could you tell us a little bit about that?
It's basically a genetic defect. It's kind of it gives us this because I have it as well. It's short stature. You can develop different kinds of problems. Like some have learning disabilities, some are hard of hearing, some eyesight problems. You got there's like a little webbing in the neck. You develop low set ears, uneven ears. You can most Newton's patients have some sort of heart condition to go along with it. So
Which she does.
which
And
she does. Yeah.
and could you tell everybody a little bit about her heart conditions? I understand that she's had some heart blockage problems. And tell me if I'm wrong, but she has, is it, you call it a loop recorder? Is that the same thing as a pacemaker?
No, a loop recorder is just all it does. It's like a little rectangle about that long,
Almost.
really thin. But it just all it does is it constantly records her heartbeat, and
Okay.
he sleeps next to this special machine. And like at 5 a.m. every day, the loop recorder will send it to the machine, and the machine will send her heartbeat to the doctor.
Okay. All
So
right.
she's constantly being monitored every day.
Okay.
So,
How did you know it's 5?
because that's what the doctor told me.
Oh.
Tell us a little bit more. Right now she's going through some leg issues with her Achilles tendon, and I told her I've had my Achilles tendon ruptured and I had to go through surgery, but it could be affecting her spine. We're not sure. We're going to keep her in our hearts and prayers in regards to that. It might be affecting her spine, but it might be affecting her leg as well. Could you tell everybody a little bit about that? If
Yeah,
you want to, if she's comfortable with it.
yeah, she's strong. Right? You good? Okay. She a couple years ago she had to have surgery to get her Achilles tendon stretched because she was toe walking. And then recently she's been constantly toe walking again. So we took her to the doctor today. He said that it's rare that it reoccurs like that. So he wants to get a full spinal MRI because he suspects, what is it? The spinal cord is tethered spinal cord syndrome. So if she has that, she'd have to go in and have a little back spinal surgery and have that untethered. So otherwise, she'll just go in for ankle surgery again.
Mm. It's amazing to me, little Nett, that you're always so positive and you're always rooting for your Packers, no matter what, win, lose, tie, whatever the case may be, and you have so much going on with you. That's why I say that you are an inspiration and you motivate people. That's why I wanted to go live with you during this whole coronavirus thing. A lot of people don't realize that because of this and your immune system, you've been locked up in that house for how long now?
We've been locked up since end of February. So before everybody else was locked up. We got locked up pretty early.
Little Nett has to be under constant care from her doctors. And you do it with such a beautiful smile on your face. I appreciate your friendship. Do you know that? Very much. Speaking of friends, we were talking beforehand for just a little bit, and you said you wanted to give a little shout out to a friend of yours that you like his last name a whole lot. Do you remember who it was?
Knickerbocker.
Knickerbocker.
What was his name?
Mike.
Mike.
He's a pretty cool guy, isn't he? I know he thinks pretty highly of you as well. But you like his name and you like seeing him in our group. Anybody else you're a big fan of in our group? I know a guy by the name of Mike Warachek that who owns Card and Coin. When you went to see him, he gave you his golden ticket he won from those mystery boxes.
Remember him? Gave you that box and the golden ticket? Yeah, he owns that neat little shop. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So you got Mike Knickerbocker, you got Mike Warchek. You like those two guys that have the long hair. I see a pattern here that you like guys by the name of Mike, and you like guys with long hair. So you're saying I don't have a chance because my name isn't Mike and I don't have long hair.
Did you have long hair?
No, he doesn't have long hair. Got a beard, does it count?
I want you to understand.
Sure.
I want you to understand that there's people out there that think you're pretty cute as well. I have another little friend by the name of Dominique. His mom is in our group, Mindy, and he thinks you're kind of special.
Thank you.
Little Nett, if you had anything in this world that you could tell all of our Green Bay Packer fans out there, what would it be?
Go Pack Go.
Go Pack Go. Would you tell them to be happy and when times are tough right now, being locked up inside and having illnesses? I'm diabetic and we all have these illnesses, diseases and things, just to keep putting a smile on your face and keep working through things.
Tell them to stay strong.
Yeah. I just want to get out of the house.
You want to get out of the house, you want to play, you want to run around, and you want to just have fun.
Yeah.
It will happen.
Where were you asking to go earlier? You remember?
Go where?
When we were looking at the pictures, where did you say you wanted to go?
I forgot.
Lambo?
Yamba.
Lambo.
I want to go Yamba right now. Bye.
Are you going to take off and you're going to go after this? You're just going to escape, break out of the house and go?
Right after the pandemic, I'm just going to go outside and say, bye-bye. Let's go.
There you go. There you go.
I guess they're going to do the same.
She going to do the same?
Yeah.
Now, I see back behind you, you got quite a collection of Green Bay Packer stuff. I see lots of mini helmets. I see lots of other Green Bay Packers. I see our mugs up there. I see our cups and it looks like magazines. What is your favorite Green Bay Packer item that you have?
We have a Clay Matthews signed ball. That's my favorite.
Is that what you're going to send to me?
No.
No, I'm just teasing you.
What else do you have? What do you take to the hospital every time you go?
I take both of my Clay Matthews dolls.
Oh.
One with a ponytail, one with not a ponytail.
Let me go.
I want to share with you what some of the people are saying in the group. I'm reading some of their comments right now. And your buddy, Mike Knickerbocker, just said, I hope you know, little Nett, your smile and just your overall happiness makes his day. I wish nothing but happiness for you and your family. He says you inspire him.
These are my two dolls.
Oh, you got two of them. You're a lucky girl.
One with a ponytail, one without one.
Okay. You're a lucky girl, aren't you?
Yep.
That's awesome. So you inspire Mike Knickerbocker.
Mhm.
You have Dominique that thinks you're pretty special.
Mhm.
You have everybody out there that's going to go sign up for your YouTube channel and subscribe to it.
Yay! Yay!
Will that make you happy if they do that?
Yeah.
And then I told you I'm going to take this video that we're making right now and I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
Now, when do you go in for your MRI?
July 10th.
July 10th. And I know that your mom's going to keep me updated on it, on how that goes. But I want you to know that we're all going to be saying our prayers. You say, we're all going to be saying our prayers for you. We're all going to be thinking positive thoughts about you. And we're going to be there for you as you're going through all this. You just got to keep that pretty smile going and keep loving your Green Bay Packers. Is that fair enough?
Yep. Thank you for everybody who thinks that.
She'll be having a loop recorder replaced that same day, too.
Okay, all right. And
we're
that,
gonna eat the same day.
And we're going to leave the hospital the same day. Right.
now, my understanding, those loop recorders, they got to be replaced every 3 years. But this one, how long has it been since she's had it in?
It's been about 2 to 3 years.
Okay, so it's about time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you've already handled it.
I know, it's been about 4 years. She got in the end of 2016. She, because her heart dropped down to 30 beats a minute, and she was kind of considered dead. Like,
Hey, I'm not dead.
well, I know you're dead, but so she, so they placed it in there just in case they could watch her, and so.
Tell me about something else. There's a guy by the name of Reggie White. Have you ever heard of him, Little Nett?
Not really. Not much.
He played football when Brett Favre played football.
Wow.
And he had a condition kind of like you.
Mhm.
It's called sleep apnea. Have you struggled in your sleep sometimes?
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is one thing we actually got fixed.
Oh, very good.
With the when she had the tonsil removal surgery.
It's all better.
So she doesn't need the machine anymore. And so as of right
I
now,
don't have to be like an elephant.
you don't have to look like an elephant.
That's what I look like when I put the thing on.
Yeah. So,
How many surgeries has she had altogether, roughly?
oh goodness.
Two,
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 or 8, and that's surgeries, not counting procedures. So
Those are just surgeries, not all the extra stuff.
maybe closer to 15 to 20.
That is so incredible that just about the same amount of surgeries, just surgeries, is the same amount of years old you are.
Her very first surgery was when she was a week old.
A week old, wow.
Yeah, wow. She had when she was born, her intestines were twisted.
Wow.
So they had to go in and untwist them, and then she was on a feeding tube that went straight into her stomach for the first 7 months of her life.
How do you do it, Little Nett? How do you just keep overcoming everything, being so happy, putting that beautiful smile on your face? Hey, you stuck that tongue out when we first started this conversation. You were sticking that tongue out at me before. But how do you do it? How do you overcome all of this and still have a beautiful smile and still root on your Green Bay Packers and love life? How do you just do it?
Are you this strong?
Yes, I'm stronger. I'm stronger than anybody.
You are. Roy Williams just put on here, a good friend of mine, he just put on here that you're his new hero.
What do you say?
I think that you are going to be a hero and an inspiration long term for many, many people. And so you got to keep that YouTube channel going. Let people come watch you, read books, and have fun. And you got to come into our group and keep us posted with the great pictures and your collection. You got to do some reports for me. Maybe I'll have you do a report of Mason Crosby.
Ooh.
I want to do that.
You want to do that?
Would you do that for me? Okay.
100%.
100%. I want to thank you again for my big hug. Like I said, I will keep it forever. And I want you to know that you can reach out to us anytime. You know Doug. You've met his ugly mug, haven't you?
Yeah.
Is he a good friend as well? Did he help you get to see Brett Favre and meet Brett Favre? He did, didn't he? I know that he loves you very much, and I do as well. And we're going to be along this journey with you all the way through it. So I don't want you to be scared, like we talked about. Okay? You just keep rocking and rolling. We'll get through this nervousness.
Yeah.
Okay? You know, I get to go live with a lot of football players, and we talk a lot of football in the group, but there was a special reason why I wanted to have you on tonight, and it was because of your determination, and you are a true member of our group. And there's a lot of times people in our group, they'll say some bad words or they'll say some crazy stuff in the group. And I wanted them to see that we have some awesome kids in our group that want to learn about the Green Bay Packers and want to do it in a good, friendly family environment. And that would be you, wouldn't it?
No. No bad words.
So I want you to be the leader when it comes to our group, when it comes to kids out there. I want you to be one of the leaders to inspire everybody and other kids to keep learning as much as you can about the Green Bay Packers. My kids will help you as well. All of our kids join together. We learn as much as we can. We have fun doing it. And always just say, go, Pack, go. Okay. I want you to know that I love you very much. I was very honored to meet you, to help you get to meet Brett Favre. You mean the world to me, and you keep doing good, and we're going to be right there with you through all these obstacles that you have. You just keep putting a big smile on your face and know that we love you very much.
Thank you. I love everybody.
I know you do. I know you do. Well, then I'm going to end this, but you know, you've seen enough of my lives, okay, that I always ask everybody to end the live one certain way, and I want them to say 3 simple words, because we say it loud and we say it very proud. What do we say?
Go, Pat, go.
You are awesome. Thank you for going live with me again. You're going to go live with me again in the future, and know that you mean the world to everybody, and you keep plugging along. All right. All right. You have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. And you keep that tongue in your mouth. All right. Was this fun? Okay. All right. Well, you have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon. All right.
Yep.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.